Thanks for joining me today. Got a little job on. This space behind me, where the carport finishes, right the way down to this edge of the patio, is all going to be covered with a carport. So I'm going to do a massive 10 metre by 8 metre carport. We've got the lengths of timber here, Harlow timber, fantastic prices at the minute. So yeah, if you need wood, get yourself over there. Yeah, what a job. We're going to put pillars all the way down the side. I'm using the trench system, so I'm not digging into the ground. I've got a really good solid concrete base down the side of the fence there. So what I'm doing is putting the posts on the top of this and then building a wooden trench up the sides of the posts and then filling them with concrete. So that will hold everything down and in place. It's going to have a pillar here, nice pillar going up, where it's going to come to, supporting to the house both sides. Yeah, it's going to be good, isn't it? It's going to be good. It's going to be big. It's going to be nice, all under cover. Can work underneath it in the winter. Keep the van out of the rain. Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. So let's crack on. Let's get some pillars in place and yeah, spread some wood about and see what we can do. These posts, these are 4-inch posts, 3 metre long. The other wood we've got here, we've got 16 lengths of 7.2 metre 6x2 and 5 lengths of 5.8 metre 6x2, a few kicker boards. So we'll line these up. We're going to get them up against the original concrete posts. We know that's all pretty level. I've got these lovely Irwin clamps. They are beautiful and they're ideal for just pegging things in place, holding them, quick release. We've got this Milwaukee drill, and this is a new kit. I've not had it that long and I'm so impressed with it. The torque on this little drill is unbelievable. It's going to get some use with this project though. I popped some nice holes through, just touching the concrete post with the end of this. This is SDS drill. It's going to get through that concrete post nice and easy. You just hear the change there. I've just touched the concrete there, so I know just to mark it. Then I'll take the post away, and then I can drill into this pillar and put some plugs in and get some big screws through, just to hold it into place while we put it all up. It's more of a just to hold things in place while we're building, because this structure is all going to be, like I say, keyed in at the bottom with concrete and fixed with all the timber on the top. So they've got some decent holes in there. It fixed to them posts. Ain't going nowhere. We'll get some plugs in, get some big screws through. This was the combo kit, so I ended up with this impact driver and I used the right bit in there, it always helps. There we go. So we've got the impact driver and the drill, both brushless, and the power of these is wicked. I'm so impressed with them. Yeah, that's got that. Just make sure that it's level, it should be, so otherwise the fence would be wonky, but yeah, bang on. And we'll get these others up exactly the same. Marking them in, drilling them in, and banging some big screws through. And this is the main structure on the left hand side, and these are all going down to concrete at the bottom. There's at least 18 inches of concrete under them posts. Lovely, looking nice. Right, so the supporting pillars are all in on that side. We've just got to get the one that's coming off the back of the house down to this point here in the floor. So tucked under this bit of block paving here, there's a wall that I built ages ago that comes in like that, and this is where I'm going to take the blocks out and we're going to get into that with this post and then brick up it. So yeah, let's dig this out and take some tiles off the roof. So I pop the block paving out, get my little screwdriver in there. You can actually just see how it's dropped slightly and there's a little line. That's where the brick wall is underneath the block paving, and that's what I'm aiming for. So let's just pop this out of here and just pull the sand away and reveal it's like being an archaeologist. Look, oh, I found a Roman wall. Not quite, but there it is. That's my footings. So I get on my little table here and pop some tiles off. These have got a little aluminium nail holding each one in, so I'm just pulling the nails out with my pliers and just pulling these bottom row tiles off. Cut through the laths. Now using this hacksaw wasn't the ideal bit of kit for getting through these. It was banging out. I could have done with a multi-tool. So later on in the video I did actually buy one, and I'll show you that because it is a banging bit of kit. I'll do a full review on it as well because it's amazing. So here's the other post that's got to go in. We've got to get that up there somehow. I mark this, scribe it in. That's the angle of the roof on the house. So I'll just cut that back. That's going to feed through into the roof. There's wooden joists in the roof of the house there, which I'm. Oh, this doesn't look good. This don't. Oh, this ain't one of my better ideas. But yeah, exactly. But when you're on your own and you got to lift bits of wood up, and you know, I was trying to find a way so I could carry on doing it with no help. Oh dear, what's coming? Timber. Oh dear, the incompetence of the man. But anyway, you know, if it once don't succeed, we just keep on trying, don't we? We're bringing it all in, look, kids' toys and everything, just to give us a structure to try and peg this, get it level, get that post set at a nice well, it's got to be dead straight because this is key, so I've got to make sure that is dead straight. I'll dig down now through the and I've got a nice aluminium plate there that I'm going to drill, and I'm going to screw that into the wall. Go down 2 rows. That's just going to stop this post from moving about at the bottom. Oh, yeah, that is delightful. That goes down 5 bricks or more, and it's all pegged in. That ain't lifting. That's not going anywhere. So I've just got to try and get this big timber level now as well, which I'm using these Irwins again, just moving them up bit at a time because I'm not tall enough, until we get that level, and then we'll bang some screws in. That's the first one pegged in, and again we'll just check it, make sure it's level. I've got to now attach this to the original carport, so I'll just take off a bit of cladding. We'll cut this to length. I'm going to take the roof, the first piece of roof is going to be exactly the same pitch as what the original carport is. Screw joiner plate, they've got like little ridges which dig into the wood, and then you put screws through the front, holds a joint really securely. This is going to be ideal for attaching to the original carport. We'll get a couple of those in. Again, that clamp, look, what a bit of kit. And they're not that expensive, about £25 a piece. Get plenty of screws in there. Yeah, that's that one done. And I've just got to do the same thing with these ones now. And I've just got to lift one side up, the other side up, keep clamping them, get them all level, get it where it needs to be. And then we can smash some big screws in. Holding all that in place again. Cut this down to length. Oops, watch that. Move this along and we'll get that in as well. You can see the structure's now coming along. These are big old bits of wood. And it's not easy on your own to try and get them right. I'm having to use metal brackets to try and rest them onto as I'm going, because obviously this is cut and it's going to sit in the middle there. I've got to drop it in, so I've got to cut them to length. I marked this one up, and I was just, yeah, how can I keep this level? How can I make it on my own? How can I get it up there? So yeah, like I said, I was using metal brackets to hold it in place while I fixed it and screwed it in. Bring it down, cut it to length, and then yeah, have a brew. Right, said Fred. There you go. Look, there's the little metal bracket I'm using just to hold it while I lift the other end up. I popped a little screw in it so it don't slip off it, and then I can just mark that in place and bang some more screws in. These little brackets are fantastic, really giving it some good strength. And that's what I've done around the joist. I've completely plastic coated all of that under the tiles, so there's no leaks coming in. Nice cut. And there we go. That's that piece done for the day. We've got the main frame shape is all in place. And yeah, call it a day, call it a night. Let's go in and get some dinner. The next day comes along, fully refreshed. Oh God, he's at it again. I'm pulling that. I just want to slide it towards me a little bit, but oh my goodness me, watch the dog. Sorry, Lola. She's alright, lives to tell the tale. But let's not be defeated, and on we go. Cut some more, get some big screws in. This saw is amazing. A little it's an Elu mitre saw. They got bought out by DeWalt.
but it's a cracking bit of kit. Oh, I've got a bit of assistance now, look, just to stop things falling over. And this is the end plate now. I had to try and mackle something up here because obviously I can't hold it on my own. So I thought a couple of angles of metal there and the clamp just to allow me to slide it along while I just screw it up. So I can now pull that towards me on the other side and get it all in place and then cut the end back. There you go, look. How easy is that? Get some big screws in there. All this is going to be screwed and then metal plated as well, so it ain't going anywhere. That end beam, the main structure's double walled. I've got two lengths of wood there, so in effect, hey, oh, where's he come from? The old man's come to help me. And how much easier is it when you've got two of you? And he's bought his tower as well. We've got a nice scaffold tower there that's pretty secure, pretty good.
Well, there we go, the frame's all in. We've got all the roofing joists in. Everything's pegged into the house. So we just need to put a few like noggins in between each one. Got the tin to go on and a bit of cladding, and yeah, we ain't gonna be far away from getting it sorted. Looking good though.
We've got a nice pitch on this, sloping down towards the house, so the water will run off. We've got some good strength in there.
Just trying to beef up this bit of timber work up here because we've got the extra weight coming in, so I've got another joist to go in between the two, but because this one's twisted a little bit I've had to cut it at a weird angle. Hopefully it's going to fit.
Putting these little fillets in really does beef things up a bit, and it'll just,
snug as a bug in a rug.
Yeah, really stiffen that up nicely.
Got my lovely little roofing square. If we drop that in the bottom there, we know we can get that dead true.
Roofing square has been a godsend. I've used it on everything on this job. It's really made it easy to get little squares.
The power of this is unbelievable. 3 amp battery, and it's, well, I've screwed it all together. I've only charged it once.
Banging 6-inch screws, absolutely no problem at all, and plenty of them.
Yeah. Oh, super strong. That's really beefed that up.
So you can see the original shape now following into the new shape. We've got an increased pitch on the new bit of roof, just to help the water flow, and obviously it's going the extra distance.
One more down the middle.
Good job, we've got plenty of wood. We'll just keep cutting it up and screwing it up. Here we go, let's get another one in there. And that's really going to beef this piece up. Just rest it on those clamps and get some screws in. You can see that really coming along. We've got the laths going in now. So I've gone for the thicker laths. These are 50mm. And there we go. We've screwed all of those in. I'm using like a little spacer between each one just to make sure I get it right. There you go, just cut it to length. I just drop it in, put a screw in and fix it on every one. Up we come. These are about 5 meters in length as well. Try and get the joints on the rafters. A couple of screws, holes in the edges, and then bang the screws in. Plenty of laths going up.
I'm just cutting down these gravel boards to length. They're just going to fit in between the pillars, stiffen it all up and give us a base to put some cladding on the back to. Going on really nice. Really think they're looking good. Going to give it some good strength.
These gravel boards are all 6x1, all treated, tannalised.
Now the cladding soffit board that's going up on the back side of this is this stuff. It's a hollow board, plastic. It's about 20 quid a sheet, 5 meters in length, so you get quite a bit. We've got a H trim, which is for joining two sections together, and we've got the J trim, which is for tops and bottoms to hide the ugly edge. So, and this stuff is just like a little shiplap. It's got a little overlap there, You pop screws through this piece here into your backboard to hold it on, and it just interlocks into each other, slides in. Looks really nice and clean.
Oh no, not another disaster. The old man's decided to pull down the shower. he's alright though, he's alright. It's just broke me mug. We'll soon get that back up again and carry on. On the bottom of these pillars now, I'm just started on the gravel boards, which are going to be screwed into the pillars with some screws going straight through all the way along into the hollow space, and then we'll backfill it all with concrete, and this whole lot will become one giant slab all the way down, which is going to give it loads of strength and hold it from lifting. We've got all the cladding in now, cladding's up all the way along, so we're completely boxed in on that side. Better get some roof on soon. Got to do the brick pillar still, so that's still to come. This multi-tool is a cracking bit of kit, like I was saying. It's really making life easy on those cuts. We'll get these kickers all screwed together, and we've got plenty of screws going through. Got the mixer set up ready. Boards are in down the bottom. I'll just give you a little close-up of them so you can see what I've done. And the bricks are over there ready for the pillar to be done, so we're going to get mixing now, get building. So the channels are coming along. We've got screws coming through all the way along, and also screws in the bottom of the boards and the posts. Got the bricks ready. So let's get building. We're going to mix up some concrete up for the bottom, just to level up the footings, and for putting in the gravel boards. So I'm doing it like a real nice sharp sand mix here. Plenty of cement in there. Like I say, there's that brickwork there, and let's get backfilling these. Get it in there, get it in. This is really going to bring it all together and make it heavy, solid. For the building mix, I just like it when it starts to roll. It goes through stages, there's more water you add to it. It thumps, drops, it sticks, but you see how that's actually now just swirling. That should do it. We'll get plenty on this bottom row, make sure it's all nice and level, and then we'll just drop some blues in, make sure we've got the sizing right, and then yeah, try and build it up as we go along. This is going to be a challenge. I'm putting some screws in just to peg it in as we go along. And that's pegged that in now, and we'll keep doing that as we go up. It's got to lift the whole pillar if it wants to go in the air. Oh, so I had an absolute mare with this pillar. As you can see now, I've put a frame round it. The problem was the weight of these blue bricks, and they're not porous, so they don't absorb any of the moisture, and as you're going up, the cement doesn't go off quick enough for you. I made it a little bit runner, and they started to separate. They're coming out. I'm trying to hold them in place, and I just had a nightmare. So I ended up having to take them down and then rebuild again with the mix once it'd gone off a bit and sort of dried out a tad, around the frame to hold it in place, stop it spreading. It's been a mare. But anyway, I spoke to a friend of mine, Tony, thanks for the tip. I'm going to try spacers. I'm going to try using some bits of spacers in there as I'm going up to try and stop it from much spreading. I've got the supports to stop them and hold it all in line, so let's crack on and see if we can get this up a bit quicker and yeah, looking a bit tidy, because that is going to be a mare to clean up. And with these in the way, I'm still going to have a few issues. Let's see how we get on with these spacers, and hopefully and get my mix right. See if we can't get this up today. Okay, so as I'm going up brick on brick now, the plan is to use, I want 15mm of cement between the bricks. These are imperial bricks, so I want a bit more than the sort of 10mm that you'd have with a normal metric brick. I've got 15mm pipe, plastic pipe, and I think if I cut this off to small lengths, drop them in to the cement as I'm going, and then the bricks will go down onto that and stop it from crushing and yeah, hold it off. And they're going to take quite a lot of weight, those. They are really stiff. They're super stiff, so we shouldn't have any problems with squashing. Let's give it a go.
Also, I think it's time to drop in some more L brackets into there to hold it really solid.
Perhaps a bit of overkill, I know, but I'm making sure that this pillar ain't going nowhere. And here we go. So I've got my piece of 6x2 with a couple of bits of metal on it as well that I'm dropping in just to make sure everything's level as I'm going up. The polypipe's going in there, look. Angled on each brick so that it sits flush, and then I just keep on going up with my spirit level and my block of wood, and there we go, look.
Ready for pointing.
Just take that last piece of timber away. The cement has just gone off a bit. It's dried down, which makes it nice and clean to point up. Just a quick rubbing over with a bit of Scotch Brite and water, and clean as a whistle. Really pleased with that. Now I can move on to getting some tin on the roof. So I've got these nice sheets of tin, SIG Roofing, South Wigston. They're a big company, but these sheets came in at about £17 each, and I've got 51 I think it was. I've got a couple left over though at the end. About 50 sheets it's taken. Got these nice 8mm headed screws that will got a self-tapping thread on them, so they'll cut straight through the steel, through the galvanised there, and into the lats underneath and into the timbers. We can just wallop them in all the way along using the wood as a guide. We've got over 300 of these screws holding the roof down, but they are brilliant value at 12 quid a bag, 100, not bad at all.
Ain't it looking nice? It's a beautiful day for it. Got October and it's like this. Absolutely amazing. Just give me that little window to get it finished.
Next one up then is some, I've got some of this soffit left over. I'm going to use it as a bit of fascia. I've got some trims, I've got some guttering. Leicester Plastics for the guttering on this one. Done me a cracking deal. And then we're just going to take the noggins off the end using my multi-tool. And this is, like I say, what a bit of kit. You can cut into those without damaging the tin roof above. And there it is, in all its glory. I'm so pleased. I can't tell you how pleased I am with the outcome of this. And it's yeah, finished just in the nick of time for winter. Somewhere to keep the van out of the horrible weather. Water's running off nicely. Cracking job.
So we're all complete. Everything's watertight, looking really, really nice. The van's undercover. We've got plenty of room on the top for working on. We've survived Storm Babel as well, which is yeah, a real bonus. We know it's watertight. We know it's not going to blow away. Yeah, great job. Really, really pleased. If you've enjoyed the video, drop me a little thumbs up. Always love your comments. Pop some comments in, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.